So in the first part, we looked at PayFlow as a business, what they do, who they serve, and why they are growing. Now, I want to slow things down a bit and look at what actually sits behind the product. Not how to fix anything yet, just how it runs today. Because before you change the system, you need to understand how it really behaves. At high level, this is what PayFlow looks like today. Users hit the platform, traffic comes in through a reserved proxy, in this case, Nginx. That traffic gets distributed across two application servers, both of those connected to a shared PostgreSQL database and Redis for caching. And honestly, this setup is not wrong. For a company at this stage, this is actually very normal. There's obviously networking, firewall rules, and access controls around this. But from an application point of view, this is the core flow. Now, inside that application, it's not just one simple features. We have got authentications, we have got wallets, we have got transfers, we've got transaction histories, notification, admin tools. But all of these still lives inside one deployable unit. So even though the business domain are different, operationally, they move together. That means every release touches everything and every issue has the potential to affect more than one part of the system. Now, the interesting part is not just how the system is built, but how changes get into it. In PayFlow case, this is still very manual. A developer pushes code to GitHub. Once that's ready, it gets handed over. Then someone, usually the ops engineer, will log in or SSH into the server, pulls the latest change, restart the application, and checks the logs. So deployment is not a system yet, it is a person. And this works until it doesn't. The environments are also pretty simple. Developers work locally, there's a shared staging environment, and then production. But they are not identically, which means something can pass testing and still behave differently in production. When you look at all this together, you start to see where the pressure is building. Deployment is manual, so every release carries risk. One person is responsible for pushing changes, so that becomes a bottleneck. The application is tightly coupled, so issues spread wider. Environments are inconsistent, so surprise shows up in production. Scaling means touching server, so growth slowly thins down. And visibility into the system is limited, so problems are detected late. And remember, this isn't just a tech problem, this is a payment platform. If a transfer fails, that's trust. If a release breaks something, that's money. If the system is slow, that supports load. So the system itself isn't broken, it's just starting to feel the weight of growth. The real question now is not what tools should they use, it is where do you step in first and what actually matters most to fix.